You're one of the presenting today? One of the people presenting. You're one of them?
I had signed up like in March, but I think that was the only open spot, and I wasn't sure when I would get my recording done. But I think 2 or 3 people had signed up.
Four.
Oh, okay, but I think there's,
And then the 28th, a lot of people.
yeah, I think like it done. Yeah, put together. I think. I'm like, if I go first, you know, she'll be easy. Like, yeah, I have my recording, but I've been having trouble with getting it to save on my computer so that I can fix it and make the PowerPoint or whatever. So I'm trying to figure that out. But I wanted to also, I didn't initially sign up for today, but I'm like, you know, I just did earlier. And I'm gonna give her bonus points. But I just didn't open my page. So I couldn't figure out how to get it on the slides. So I'm just gonna go to my video player. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think. Right. I'm not very tech savvy, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Try not to overthink it. Yeah. I don't even know.
You're not presenting, right? You're doing much.
Yeah, but I might just go today if nobody else there, if you have time. I mean, I feel like next class, everyone, so I don't think we're doing anything else really.
I might switch my days, so it might be only 5.
Yeah.
I'm one of the 6. I might switch my days.
Do I have to be ready? Do I have to copy? Do I have to? Well, we're getting screwed. Yeah, it's good. This little girl is such a cute little girl. The first one I did, I told you,
so bad. I showed up this. Because the mom had two twin girls. I thought, oh, this will be good twins. But the older brother came and was irritating them, and the mom's like,
Never mind.
it was just a big rumble up there. I'm like, oh, this is not good. We need someone else, you know. But now that I did it, I'm like, should I give that family a gift for giving me this? And what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
thank you. Or,
That's. Yeah. Yeah. How much did I get on strikes? I can add it out of that number onto the group that. But I'm gonna sit there for a whole hour. I don't know what it was that. The Thursday, Red Cross side, it had was a different job. Immediately after class. So that is I keep trying to use them, but that was that for not that thing we talk about. Something is up. So it's the one evening hour that sound like that. That's what I'm saying. That sometimes it's there for a whole hour. During the day, maybe just chill, no office hours before everybody goes home who doesn't teach. Then you know that nobody's everything. I don't know. So it's I don't know what to think about it. But I still go to long nights because I can email is really the best way. I could leave the office hours the way they are, but most of the communication done through email. And if you cannot make it through during the Thursday virtual hour, the Thursday virtual hours was just drop in and up there, 7 to 8, immediately after my class that it's time. I just sit in my office. So if you just go back, you don't even have to make a point. It's dropping. So that's a good one. So I don't know. I don't know if he's sitting there until 9 companies. So maybe my message to you at this time is that the Thursday virtual office hour is the easiest because it is just dropping. You don't need to make an appointment, and I'll certainly be sending a letter because I'll finish class soon. If not my office here, my office is home. When I have a virtual class, I also go immediately after classes as well. So try and utilize the Thursday 7 to 8 hours. If you need to see me in the matter of emergency or for some reason, then email me and then we can get out the way. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was thinking of a quick solution just to change the order so that I can spend half an hour on it. I could have solved this in forgetting. To do it. All right, I know we have presentations tonight. Thank you, Maria. And Katia. And yes, these are our heroes today. So I like starting with the presentation so that Sana, what is anything? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 4. Nice. How many forget? Okay, thank you so much for getting us started. There is someone who was supposed to come today, and I was thinking maybe the beginning of one. I'm going to trio. Yeah, someone was coming to give me information, which is very important because it's very really saves the world. So as soon as she saw that, I think she said, I don't remember if I told her to come. the last time. Also noticed that one. Let's get started with the first. You understand? Please come and set up your. Do you have the can I just start? Oh, not computer? Yes. Oh no. I used to do that. I used to do that. Just have to start checking it. Oh, it's dying. Let me see. Do you have the you don't have oh, that. Okay, that's too much. They don't have anything that what no, because I used to have students looking at my computer and was the line because I'm the only one supposed to be the only one. Um, anybody else who has some sort of a computer with a way to connect connect to HDMI? Can I do that? You can connect HDMI. Well, very, very well. So mine is not yet. So, sir, are you going to start? Set that up and just gonna. Are you going to email me? I think it's. And I think that has to always a problem, always. That's funny. I It depends on how you organize it. If you are able to put it on the slide, that goes right to the slide. Yeah. I think you are able to do that. Okay. If it's not on the video, that's fine. You can do whatever it can. So that. Six. Yeah. So Rich is not, so Rich is like half nothing. Just this two. Yeah, because this has to work. In a one thing, there was so much written on the board, maybe the person who had class before. That we can come and then say, it's too bright, that it's not in that. Thank you so much, Michelle. And I'm glad you guys are here. It's fine. What time do we say? Until 10? No, for 10. What hour is it? What do we do? Oh, I'll have to answer. If there's time, can I also come back? If you want to get it, maybe we want to go ahead and start. Yeah. No, that's right. It's over and over. Get started. Go ahead. Right next to your plate. The volume. Yeah. So fun. That's hello, fun. Hello, horses. Wait. No, no, no. Hello, cow. Hello, cow. Yeah, bye. Hello, chicken. Hello, hello, pig. Hello, cow. Yeah. Hello, pig. Hello, dog. Yeah. Hello, cow. We really like the cow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the farm. Hello, cow. Hello, Albert. the basic response. So probably. So the mom who had the first speak cross, we would give it to me. Yeah, well, they're usually very proud of their kids, okay? Yeah, if she chose something, it's something that they can't count. Yeah. But it seems like the book in general is a book that he enjoys because he was fairly excited to the whole reading of it. So then I was thinking, what do you think of John? This is a pseudonym, right? This is a pseudonym. But the real name? No. Oh, okay. So what do you think of John? Okay, that's good. Yeah. But it's probably babbling like, yeah, or continuously babbling his, trying to utter some codings all the time, like that. Wanting to do something like, so I was busy telling my laptop, this was damaged. But I probably didn't get in all the details. Did he say one word that he has to say? Or like, he was expressing himself. Oh, so no complete word response. Try to say. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it. Thank you very much. Thank you for getting us started. Oh, yeah. Let's just line up and keep going. Hi, my name is Sana, and this is a storybook based observation report. So, I'm going to begin. You can see the picture of a child with a caregiver in a daycare setting. So, the name is, her name is not Laura. I just wrote Laura here. And the name of the child is May 22nd, 2022. And observing a toddler national development social content of the reading storybook. The idea is language skills and literacy development. 21 months old girl. The caregiver reads the story, asks the question. So, this is the introduction of how the observation has started beginning. The toddler demonstrates the active engagement during storybook reading session, showing interest in the pictures, words, and narrative content. The responsive communication, the toddler engaged in responsive communication with the victim, demonstrating understanding of turn taking and conversational cues. The name I use like different names every time, and in the video it was that the caregiver will actually said. That's the nickname of a child. Stephanie displays exploratory behavior, demonstrating the curiosity and the desire to explore the storybook and its content. The toddler exhibits age-appropriate attention and focus during the storybook of the reading session. And the notes I took, the oral observation procedure was conducted in a manner that was followed, systematic and sensitive to the development needs of the 2-year-old toddler. The following steps were followed to ensure an effective and meaningful observation. So we prepared and planned. The observation session was carefully planned in advance, taking into account the selection of an age-appropriate storybook Okay. And the creation of a comfortable and conducive environment of healing and the establishment of rapport between the observer, caregiver, and the toddler. So, and you see that brief a statement of video clips, notes were taken, and feedback was given to the caregiver as well, and the compiled information for the class observation. So now I have like three tiny bits of observation. This is not a full one. Who read this for it? What does it mean? Who is she? Who is she? Okay, so llama, llama. Did you hear that? Or you want to play me one more time? I think everybody heard that. Llama, llama. Right? I'm so sorry for that.
Hey, Blitzers, welcome back to Quiz Blitz. Pick one.
Sorry for that. I think I love. Sorry for that. Okay, so that as you heard the llama llama, she utters the word twice, llama llama, but not clearly though. She's demonstrated semantic aspects of the language knowledge. Similarly, in this video, now you're gonna see the full video of the story.
Lama, lama, de pijama. How are you? Where's Mama? Can you tell where's your Mama? Mama. Good job, where's Mama? Where's Mama? Good job. Mama chases baby hair. Mama, Mama goes downstairs.
She's pointing like going downstairs. She's understanding that, and she's like downstairs. Giving the
Lama, lama, de pijama.
Look at the expression on her face. She's understanding everything.
Lama wants to think of
From the mouth.
Mama at kitchen sink. Mama logo and pajama. Come, stop for the people down. People Mama. Oh, oh, oh. Mama said she will be up soon. Baby Mama, come. Come. Baby Mama, baby Mama. Wait.
Observing the expressions on her face. There, again.
Mama, baby Mama. Where's my baby whisper? Good. Can you do it? Good. Mama, Mama, here's the phone. So, hey, Mama starts to sing. Baby Mama, where's the Mama? Why? Where this? This what is it? Where's Baby Mama? The phone. Can you call Mama? Oh. Baby down the steps. Mama. Super, your mom. Good job. Baby, Mama. Do you Mama love you so much? Mama, always do. Baby, love you so much. Mama, let's do it. Look at it. Look at it. Daddy. No. Good job.
So, child,
Mama, love you so much. Mama, always do. Mama, let's do it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Daddy. Look at it. No. Look at it. Mama,
yeah, I think the child, she, like, not the words are not clear though, but she tried her best to say, like, so similarly in this video clip, Laura, the name recognize the picture of baby llama and mama, and points finger at the picture of both by uttering the words there. It is not unusual for a 21-month-old to have like syntactic complexity in her speech, while she may be combining words into two-word phrases, such as llama, and her syntax basically may not yet follow all grammatical lines. Okay, so what I observed personally on my personal notes, the caregiver engaged the toddler in interactive conversation through the storybook reading, using the gentle and melodic voice to capture the child's attention. The toddler responded eagerly, vocalizing sounds, words, and gestures to express interest, curiosity, and excitement about the story. Both the toddler and the caregiver demonstrated shared attention and mutual focus on the storybook content. The caregiver followed the toddler's lead, pointing to illustrations, labeling objects, and encouraging the child to explore the pictures and contact with enthusiasm. The toddler reciprocated by pointing, gesturing, and making eye contact with the caregiver, indicating a shared interest in the story. Turn taking, the caregiver facilitated turn taking and conversational exchange by pausing at a strategic point in the story to allow the toddler to respond and participate actively. The interactive dialogue encouraged the toddler to contribute to build yet to develop speech. So throughout the observation, the caregiver provided affectionate gestures such as hugs, cuddles, and praise to reinforce the toddler's participation in communication efforts. So this nurturing support created a safe and nurturing environment to the toddler to explore the language, express emotions, and develop social emotional skills within the context of the storybook reading. So I'll go to the next slide. So you can see phonemes were there, thematic llama, synthetic goes to school. Like it wasn't clear though, but these are the 5 aspects of language in the slide. I tried to figure them out. And then Laura is beginning to develop pragmatic skills such as turn taking. And now I want to show. both parts. Okay. Now, okay, so in summary, the absence of morphology and pragmatics in the speech of a 21-month-old Laura is a recorded video is generally within the expected range of development for her age. It's important to consider her language skills in the context of her overall development to continue to monitor her progress over time. This is the additional story, additional video, not that big, just a little bit, to show the development of a child, how much she has developed through her age. It's the additional one, just 1 minute video, just to show how much she has developed her language skills. What color is this? Red. She knows the color, but that is the color is different. Yes. But I like say yellow, and there is in her mind, but the way of talking, like the way she's moving her tongue, it's kind of different from, of course, the adults. So, okay, so the summary now in the end. The task has been to observe toddler's language and development by reading and storybooks. The idea was to assess language skills following if speech development is normal, which I feel that it is normal, and the importance of assessing early language milestones, the interactive language and the language learning, culture and environment, and the need of early intervention and support. And so continued support and encourage from her caregivers during these interventions are essential for fostering Laura's language growth and promoting her overall language and literacy development. Okay, so this is bye from me to everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Blocking. That's it. I told her that please not take my name, but in the end she messed up and she was laughing for that. So I hope you liked it. I think yours is really good. No, kids don't have that stuff. So, yeah, I did. I did. Because I am working in the same daycare center, but the preschool, so I know that girl. So her brother Jamie is in my classroom, so I am working with the second. So that's it. Any other questions? This does a child love to learn two languages? No, only one. Only one. Their brothers in the other class? Yeah. Are they similar in age or is no? He's like preschooler. Okay. Yeah. Which we plan. Was his development language like as exciting as hers? I feel like exactly. Yeah. He can talk like the full. Like his development is also just as the sister. She's also good. I tried to write down the notes. I wanted to fit it, everything in the slide, but of course it wasn't possible. So I was taking the notes so I can read it to you. Thank you. Thank you for the background information. I'm a toddler, little boy,
25 months old. Lived at home with my dad. My toddler is raised bilingual in both English and Korean. The observation took place last year, so I set home. The storybook experience was with mom. My toddler's language ability, he does receive speech and language intervention services, which is kind of why I wanted to observe him. He was evaluated at the month level. A lot of his growth right now on expressive language. His receptive language and cognitive development are like really that 25 words. And I asked mom, he said it's a mixture of English and Greek, or more English than Greek. He worked on articulation and word approximation. His most recent strengths lately have been mimicking, gasping, pointing, and wow. These are just 5 aspects of the challenge. I kept that in mind from my observation. Overall, this is also just receptive language and expressive language. I also just wanted to put my goal in that I kind of just wanted to see the observable reactions to the storybook, as well as maybe emerging sounds. I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to get as much dialogue out of him as I would just like reactions and responses. My book that I chose is Pete Cat, Get to Bed. I love Pete Cat. I also brought another book. I also brought Hello Farm, which I thought was so funny. But when I had come, this was the one that he gravitated towards more, so we went with it.
The cat has a best friend sleepover party. It is bedtime. Grumpy told Willie not to go to bed. Claps his hands instead. And it clap, clap, clap. Yay! Thus the platypus will not go to bed. He plays the drums instead. Trot, 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 trot. Yay! Alligator will not go to bed. He is fed up. He reads a bedtime story with his friend. Yeah. Before he gets to bed, yeah, everyone's asleep. Everyone's asleep. What's kind of a nightmare?
Okay. So the domains of development that I noticed in my observation, for language development, he would verbally respond with some moms when mom prompted in Greek, which I noticed was a very successful strategy to choose. As opposed to cognitive development, he was very did a good job at showcasing. He would physically react to drumming, clapping, eating motions. So mom would say kane, like kind of drums, kane is kind of like directional do. So like do drums, you do drums. Or poskani is like how do you do? It's kind of like an asking. So I like that she used a lot of scaffolding, that helped a lot. Areas of language development that he showcased, like I mentioned, his phonemes, brought out that was exciting. Receptive semantic knowledge, he understood and demonstrated clapping, drumming, and num-nums, which I thought great. Pragmatic knowledge, when mom would switch into Greek, became a lot more responsive to home language, and her personal like tone and register. And syntactic and morphemic knowledge did not showcase as much of that as I would have anticipated, but they were kept in mind during the observation. Some theoretical connections I wanted to make were that sociocultural theory of language development was something I thought of, especially due to the amount of Greek language that was used. Also being near Big Brother and his dad helped a lot. dad works a lot during the day. Mom's also a teacher. Big brother's also in preschool, so he doesn't spend as much time with the whole family unit. So this was something that was kind of like planned as a big family event that I thought really helped foster some like excitement. This is just a research article I found that I thought was interesting. It was about vocabulary measures amongst bilingual toddlers and how there's a lot of measures that don't necessarily count translational words as vocabulary size, which I was surprised by because you would think that knowing two sets of language, you would have two sets of vocabulary, but that's not always the case. So this new measure that counted both translations found that for like dominant language, non-dominant language, concept vocabulary measures, bilingual toddlers had a smaller size vocabulary than toddlers that only speak one language. But in contrast, their word vocabulary measure found that bilingual children had larger vocabularies than monolingual children because they just had access to that translation, point as well. So overall, the three things I learned from this experience, book sharing very different for everybody. You can't really go into it or most early childhood settings expecting anything. Intently listening is reacting. I was happy to know after the fact, after doing more research and just more reading of our text, that reacting and responses can also just be done through like intently book sharing. And then certain books can also foster certain responses. I definitely picked this book because of the use of like claps, drums. I knew that would help bring out some responses. Questions for the future. How can I compare book sharing experiences between different parents? I thought about how it would be different if maybe dad ran a book as opposed to mom. Dad's much more fun, playful. Mom is a teacher. So she's very, she has that sort of tone naturally to her. I was curious if it would change if I did it earlier or later in the day, depending on like his mood. Or if I also brought a book in Greek. I thought about that after the fact, of knowing that he just speaks a lot more Greek and understands a lot more Greek than I knew. So I thought about that, for the future, maybe bringing a book in the language that could also. Yep, this is just a big paragraph. Overall, I learned a lot. I had a good time doing it. I was able to learn a lot more about receptive and expressive language and ways to, study these language development and book sharing. To my citation.
Do they have, do they read Greek books? Does he have like Greek literature at home that they read?
I asked mom afterwards and she says that they have a couple that are like, they have like gifts that you can make nowadays where you can like put the kids in books and like get them sent to you. So she has a couple like Greek books that are centered around like him and the family, but not like big storybook based ones like this. Okay. Oh, thank you. I love to talk. The what?
The town is included in this story?
Oh yeah. It's this website. You basically can pick out like a general format of like a book, like birthday book, first day of school or something like that. And they have these, I'm sure they're either made by like independent artists or they probably have like AI generated ones now. But you basically just like send in their name, their pronouns, a picture of them if you want, and they will like put them in a little book. It's really cool. And they're like card books, like the cardboard ones. So like if it's a little kid and they're turning.
So you don't have to send a video.
No, you don't have to send me a video, just like a picture and my name.
The transcription.
Yeah, or if they just want, like they had another one for their older son in preschool. Yeah, it didn't have a picture, but it was like a storybook with his name. And at first I'm like, okay, he's got like a generic name, like they might have just found this. But then I'm like reading it with him, and I'm realizing like, whoa, this is like your brother and your mom and like everybody that you know. It was very cool. I was responding more than he was. Yeah, it was really cool. If I would have known, I definitely probably would have also done that. But again, I love to do that.
I think go ahead and put it to- Not to assume that you can, learn. Right? And for the alphabet vocabulary, what?
For the, oh, that,
At the end,
yeah, I could, what was it called?
right?
A developmentally informed bilingual vocabulary measure. It's from 2020 as well. It's pretty recent. So I feel like that was the reason why maybe not getting as much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Does anyone else do things on this computer?
I'd like to go next, but I don't know, what is it? This is, I have this one, and this one.
That one's a USB. Can see the other side of this.
Oh, this is absolutely not. No? Okay. Oh. What's your email? Okay, wait, that was really fast. SKHE. Uh-huh. Why is that coming? Oh. Oh, it's powerful. I don't know if that's the same thing, but yeah.
If it's something new, then it's limited. So I think I just. Yeah, we're.
But do I file, save it, like file, download it, and all of that? Cause file gives me the option for that straight. She's not giving me. I can That's what I tried to do, is not share.
If it's a PowerPoint, I'll download it. And
First reference.
But I just read, like download it, and then send it. One second, why are you asking what I'm doing? Oh, it's sending on the first time. I'm not gonna catch it. I downloaded it. You can send it to other. Okay, yeah. That's actually the video. Yeah. 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 You should get like a
Sorry? But the video has been access on. So follow. Yeah, you're like. I think it's going.
And your computer cannot understand. What is that? This is the first video, there's 8. Oh. They're like 10, 15 seconds like each ahead. Right. Maybe you might just click it up. But you have to do the same thing. But yeah. So once you wanna go and
Yeah. She can log in if you want. I can help you put the presentation on page 5 and then share it on it if you want to. Yeah. You can log in. If you want to log in from the video. Yeah. For that, I hope so.
yeah. No, it's not because of the it might text both picture itself. This one. This one. Yeah. Then you can do it from computer because you want to picture. I thought you can right. Or single sound.
Well, it's like from home.
That's your presentation, right?
Yes, and it's not coming from the speaker. It's just coming out.
I will check the. Okay, there are 3 places to check volume. There, the video itself, and your computer. 3 places. So that's the video. What's your computer? Oh, that's loud too. So you see the pictures. So the HDMI is supposed to take both picture and sound. No, if you have the pictures, what? This is down in the one, but the middle one for sound, but things different. Used to go some, but when they use the HDMI, HDMI takes both, right? No, there's nobody. What about the maybe this is from the one. Can we bring it in loud so we can? Yep. So what about, yeah, that is loud. So in that, no subtitle. Right. The works.
Okay, so this is my historical based language observation. Introduction, I observed, technical index. Observation was done in, February. Tabs, is not the recording, Russian president. Both of Jackson's work, he goes to data from my camp. He also has a brother. So I wanted to observe Jackson's. His mom speaks both Spanish and English to him, but they don't. But then Jackson's mom is very busy. She works Monday through Friday, so nights. So she sets up time to record this for me. She has to times because her brother happened. So I show the video.
Does it help? But it's 100. We have to remember to finish down.
So now I'll just replay part of the video. For examples. So at the beginning, when mom says, or points to the book, says, look at the spider. I use this as a phonetic or phoneme or speech sound sample. Mom looks to the book, says, look at the spider. Jackson makes a sound and towards the book, even though it's not like a specific sound. But mom can interpret this as a response that it takes Jackson to the sounds and language. And I also referenced the textbook in that class. I said on page 99, Otto states that picture books share similar auditory perception and chronological awareness related to spoken and written language. And also by the end of the video, talking about a bee, he's down, while Jackson leans forward and giggles. For my next example, for phoning of working. Mom mentions it's raining. He's talking about sun, the rain, but once the it's raining, so he has the high energy he can. And this example for syntax or structure and inference. When Jackson's mom talks about the rain, often son is read about rain, and he says, bye bye rain. She uses her hands to feel emotion and you couldn't really hear it, but at the beginning she says, look at the answer, got glasses over here, for example of pragmatic language using context. She uses a soft tone voice and Jackson carefully watches and listens. The vocabulary structure sentence is simple and appropriate. And she continues to point at the book while she tells Jackson what to do. And then, for semantics, or meaning of utterances, when Jackson's mom says there's a spider, he is being close to the word that is essentially used in the book. And she takes his finger, points to it in the book. And by the end of the video, mom asks him once again what the spider is. He needs to touch the book. As she's looking at the direction with mom's pointing. And then in summary, Jackson was very engaged and experienced plenty of receptive language. He smiled, made eye contact, and smiled at the book. She read his fingers to point to the pictures. I also used another example from the book, page 100, that says early experiences with books stimulate the child's awareness of English sounds and helps them develop associations between the sounds of language and notation in books. And even though Jackson didn't really speak, it was clear that he was interested in responding to sounds. His awareness expresses awareness, sound, and patterns that is found in his body by leaning forward towards the book. And overall, even though the production of speech for infants is limited, due to the fact that their vocal tract has not fully developed yet, they still perceive a wide range of environmental sounds. And lastly, it's just important to keep in mind that all aspects of language development are interrelated, and they do not develop into it. Yes. No. He just kind of like grunted, like didn't, so it wasn't like that. I think it was more like to see his eyes, the mom's looks, I think, more than like any kind of say something. For sounds,
just receptive, like, I feel like when mom was speaking to him, he responded, but, for some reason, it was just the one who.
You know, also,
No, I don't. Well, his mom is a friend of mine, but she's just so busy, so I haven't had a chance to post like chat with him. So
I wonder if that talk to the boss.
yeah,
What if like,
his brother though, who's turning 3, he didn't speak until recent. So he had to speak, his mom was teaching him sign language. And she told me that when she was little, she didn't start speaking until she was 5. So this is like a beginning, you know, growing, I can tell.
so in the duration of how about how many I didn't make sound, but
It's close to 2 minutes.
the whole the time
The
yeah.
in this video,
That's not long enough. And it could be about the amount of work that's done.
right.
Any other? You know, it's mom, it's
Yeah, so I wasn't sure like if I could done my stages because I'm surprised she said that she doesn't use it. Just because like she has everything on schedule. So she'll do to him maybe like Thursday nights or something like that. So I would think it's like a yeah,
that sometimes it's sort of like, I do something that's new, that is familiar, they don't know how to do it.
right.
That's all it's good. And then the get it. I don't know if it's normally required, but the something else like that. That and the country is
Right. She says that he throws tantrums, so he doesn't get his way. Yeah. But again, I don't know what those or what sound.
that's um, oil for me.
Um, like frustration.
Oh, now that's
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question.
here. What the behavior would be just so child that what that that is the mom. So maybe you guys work or not that thing of the behavior from checking for and putting it the right.
Yeah.
One
Thank you, man.
I'm going over to volume because it's.
The fin it's not.
Right. See them. I seen the same picture.
Still seeing the
Oh,
picture.
yeah, look at it. So, oh, you want this? This, what is the map? So this, huh? What's huh?
Here's the Google Chrome.
What do you know about them? Something. But I- Yes, I just-
Let's just see the picture.
You might have to, it's gonna sound so weird, you might have to drag it up until it's on the screen. I think it's almost continuous. Cause I see the mouse when you do it at the top. Oh. So I'm gonna that I told you that. It's ridiculous. There, yep.
Oh, the volume, because it's like at 100.
Oh, Mark. Okay.
Oh, the volume should come down.
Down.
But like on the, with the control.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Bring it down. Oh, that's it. That's it.
okay. So I promote what is like part of the name, but she was fine with things, so I was like, "Okay." So this is Charlotte. She's 22 months her birthday. She goes to the child care center right here. Other background information, she's in the television. Those kids are like, no. So, she has an older brother who also was in daycare. He's like, really like that. So and I was hoping, he's like really quick. Like he's always talking about running fast. So I thought we were gonna get the same from her, but you know, we're gonna. So starting, so I'm gonna read what's on the slide, then I'm gonna play the video, and then I'm gonna play what I took. So from the phonies, observing phonies in a 2-year-old using storybook based language involves paying attention to how the child pronounces sounds, syllables, and words while reading the story. So this is like a really long video I took of her. Just clipped it up how I see.
So yeah, I didn't have a specific book because like she just gets so bored so quick. I just grabbed a couple and went in the back room, and also that's why it's me doing it because there's so many babies in the morning when I did this. But like you can tell like when she first says a word, she doesn't really say it correctly, and then she'll hear me say it and then say it correctly after that. Like you can also hear her practicing like when I read the cover, like owl, whatever the book's called. She's like saying owl, owl, like throughout the whole like first couple pages. I thought that was interesting to hear like her practicing that. Um, when she notices what she thinks is like a doggy, like doggy, she said that like perfectly. She didn't really use that. Um, and then when I said the word skunk, I heard her say like skunk, like kind of went up, was like skunk, like practicing, like that's how I say it. I guess that's how I say it. And then when I pointed to the turtle, she knows for a turtle. She's done this before, but you kind of heard her say like, and she kind of looked at me like, "Am I going that way?" I'm like, "Yes, that's a turtle. You know that one. You know that one." So yeah, that's so. Um, semantics. Um, learning semantics in a two-month involves paying attention to the understanding of words, their ability to combine words to convey meaning, and their comprehension of the meanings of words in different contexts. The most so this is focusing on those five different features known as I don't know if you guys like seen the beginning when I first turned that page, like, and she was talking about, and I said, the hedgehog. She looked at, it's like, her face was like, to see her eyebrows like curled up, like, are you sure? Because I couldn't tell I just called that dog. She just called it, she just called it a dog. Yeah, so her facial expressions changed. And then when I told her what it was, and then you can't really make out what she's saying, but all I heard at the end was like back. So I'm guess she was saying something about the hedgehog back. Like she can't really say full sentences yet. But yeah, that's kind of what I got from that. Yeah, this is just the same thing that syntax. Um, observing syntax in material involves paying attention to how they build sentences, use grammatical structures, and convey meaning to language. So we have two of them. So you got Yes. So in that one, you see like I'm pointing to the balloons. It's also pointing at. I say it's a balloon. She says try to take balloons. So she's trying to like get those things together. She can't. Like I said, she can't really say too much. So I'm trying to get into say like a balloon or just something else other than balloon. But yeah. So that's the balloon. And then here she sees the dog. Like she sees the dog, and that's what she goes, woof, woof. So kind of connecting those two things. When earlier she said doggy, but now she's just saying woof, woof, woof. The other part of the question. Jesus, that's a start. A lot of this went with the same, um, yeah, this is the book she kind of was talking the most out of, so I was kind of pulling on my fingers in the video. But earlier you seen how in the front of the book there's an owl, and I keep turning the page and she's like, owl, owl. Like, yep, there's the owl again. So she remembers that from that first page in the book. Moving on. Whoa. Morphine. She didn't say a lot of these as well as the syntax we have on it, but very much in the for a 2-year-old involves things in how the child use the word parts or combination of again, she can't say a lot of words. So this is another book that she got words. This one was a lot of just that was she started just like her gestures and stuff. Obviously, she snatched the book from me. She was breaking it up. At the end, like the previous book, I was like, yeah. You're saying, and yeah, she kind of flipping through the book, not really interested. Kind of book. That's the end. Yes, and then and then again. Um, and this is all social content. I think she used like a lot, not with language, but she definitely can't communicate what she getting thoughts. This one, we're reading a book that she's no longer interested in. She's like, and turns to the back. That answer I said, you wanna know? Yeah, the complete clear. Yeah, so she's obviously super excited about this book. Not sure what about it. But she's making it clear to me that she wants a different book. She likes this book that I picked. She's ready to do it. Excellent. But this one, I'm trying to give you the like compliment word, but she's like kind of staring. She's not she's kind of staring. Yeah, she puts like flips up and that like back and forth. I ask her questions, able to answer, listen for the question, was able to wait for to get them talk, for to get them talk. This is something you took after the fact. Was okay. That's the that um recognize yourself. You know, I'm Charlotte. Or she's Charlotte. You know, Isaiah, and we're repeating that, like repeating all those like Charlotte. That so she definitely can like take back and forth of recognizing things. That's this is something. I'm very that men's example that is, but pay close attention to how child sounds and uses words. Make sense of cities, one words for something other than just the child's wisdom. And for her, what I would take what I wrote from just to mom, like just reading more, I know probably with the other one is a lot gone, but she's just comparing her to other like 2-year-olds in the class. She's not really saying a lot. She's not really putting like even this two like 2 weeks together. So I think working with that might help. That's that's like other than Bookshare, not many activities that you know talking a lot more, expressing a lot more. Anything that she they go so you know her well. Yeah. Okay. Not 6 months. And her brother. Does she have some utterances that resemble sentences or near sentences? Yeah, like in the clip where she said something about the that. Obviously, she said that. So all I could get was that, but she's trying to like get those things together, but doesn't even know the right letters, words with the together that make sense. She's just trying. So the Adrian you have it said for well, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. Right here at the border. Well, the teddy bear's got 15 months, and the oldest is like 5, I think. That's the oldest one. So in that room, there are only 2 year olds. Yes, 2 and below. 2 and below. And you would you say this one is typical 2-year-old in terms of language? What is that? Would you say typical, advanced, or a little bit? I would say like it's a little like high, like just comparing her to other rooms I've had in that classroom. Yeah. But I don't know if that's like the other 2 rooms are like advanced because there's another bigger, she's physically bigger, she's 2 already. Or I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know. She still has no problem making sure everybody knows what she wants, not wants.
Does she last a little longer, like in whole group reading, like when it's 2 weeks to like
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
As in
Just by herself, yeah, because I usually come with a lot of energy. So getting her to sit down like this took so long. Like that, the clip, the movie, the video was like 15 minutes. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. She gotta chop it up. Yeah, she loves it. Loves looking at this. That's why I picked this. There's a lot of 2 hours. Nope.
I like this summer because those really remind me what's so inspiring. All right, so we don't have another one yet. Same thing, analysis of popping up. That's the learning. It's a bunch of right? Technologies that have always worked. I wanted to give you a summary of what
You almost hit 15.
today.
A few seconds.
Is it worth taking a break and coming back, or should we just keep on looking at you guys? Right? You wanna come back? Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm flexible. Look at the top one handouts for the 12. Ask the question. I really want to get those questions. If there's anything wrong with that, fine. Otherwise, you cannot think to work on those on your own. That's okay. Then questions is up to now, but fine. So that will be checked off and done. This is on the started. Actually, anything I need to. Module 3, there are 2 PowerPoint handouts and 1 activity to do at home. So the PowerPoint handouts is what I would present in class and discuss. And then you would have the handout today. So questions on them. Most of the information, if not all of it, is from the book. So if you're comfortable with that, we can skip the discussion and try. My point is to relate presentations of the content on the slides. If you can make that connection, that is good enough. Not necessarily entirely today, but begin to do that. And as you look at them later, if they make sense to you, that's fine. So look at the worksheet. Can you do that? All the information is in there. Just saying yes, and then it's gonna go. Okay. Please ask me any question if you want. So let me highlight other things as you come up with questions for me about the materials on D12. You did quiz 2. I hope you did a good job like you did for quiz 1. Was that a problem? Do you remember the flashes for sounds or even use? I also posted topic 2 for discussion. Okay. Observe the due dates for initial contribution. It's usually Friday, and then the next Friday we conclude that. Have I posted? I don't remember. Have I posted the study guide for the finance for the midterm? No. Okay, I'm going to post that by next week. You will have it. The reason I'm highlighting all this is because we have only one more class before the midterm, and we have to pull all the loose ends in the course. And when we meet 2 weeks from now, we have to tie all the loose ends from what we've covered so far to make sense and get you ready for the midterm.
So what you can do is actually come with a lot of questions for me. Questions really help answer whatever gaps you may have. Okay. I'm not sure I'll have by that time I'll have graded quiz 2. There's also a practice 1, I think, which we will do then in class, but we'll see how it goes. I want to remind you also that the discussion, you don't have to engage in 3 discussions. Only 2 are required. Each one of them 30 points. So if you have 60 points, 60 points is the maximum amount you can get. If you did the first one really well and the second one really well, you don't have to worry about the third one. I'll post it anyway. If you did the first one, but kind of lag behind on the second one, then you do the third one. If you skip the first one, then you have no choice. You have to do 2 and 3. Only 2 are required. I give you that flexibility. Any questions? Please.
Journal article due?
Yes, there's one due soon. Journal article due. Some of you actually share with me some of the information, some of the journals that you came up with. Some really good. I don't remember what that was. Give me like 4 journals and they're all good. I don't remember that. Yes, the first journal article is about the same age that you are presenting about. The young one. It has to be about infant and child. That is the first journal article. You read it, you summarize it, you use the scoring guide and submit the summary. The second one, which will be due later, is about preschoolers, the older ones, 3 and 4 year olds. And I have not read your reflective journals yet. When is journal 2 due? Has to be is it after the midterm? Reflective journal 2, when is that due? Sorry? Oh, look it up. Yeah, that's different. I'm talking about the reflective journal. It's on everything is on the syllabus. So before I let you go, I really want to answer any burning questions that you feel like are like stumbling blocks, so that when you have 3-hour periods at home, you don't want to waste it. You want to use it in a way that it really pushes you forward. Sana. Yes, will be 24 hours. You would have to think about it. Will be many more questions. We'll cover much more content. You'll see the study guide before we meet again for class. As I said, my office hours, I don't know if I should leave them the same way they are, but they're really messed up because of some of the meetings that just pop up. If I make changes, I'll resend the syllabus so you download it again, but I'll send an email. I've been trying to figure out when for sure I will be available during the day. It's not possible because some of the meetings that are from outside the program I have no control over. Like the second meeting today that I had to attend between 2 and 3, I didn't even know about it until last month. So again, please emphasize on the virtual drop-in hour. And sometimes I'm sitting there for a whole hour, nobody pops up. It's tomorrow, 7 to 8. The link, you have the link, it's on the course. It's on the, that's on the, right. That's a really good time because for sure I'll be sitting in that office because I finish class in this room and then I just go there, wait for an hour for anybody who wants to pop up. I'm not comfortable making it 2 hours because I'll just be sitting there for 2 hours. If nobody's showing up, it's really not productive. During the day, it's very, very cumbersome. Tuesday, I have back-to-back classes, and also it's a day for meetings. Tuesdays and Thursdays are days for meetings. Maybe Wednesday, I can figure out a time. How is 3 to 4? No. How is 4 to, no, this class. How is 2 to 3 on a Wednesday? Is that a good opening for you? 2 to 3, anybody? Because there's no need making changes if you really cannot even be here. 2 to 3 is a possibility? 2 to 3? Better than 1 to, what is it now, 1 to 3? Thank you. Anyway, if I make changes on the syllabus, I'll I'll tell you so that you can download the syllabus again to have the correct times on it. Who are the presenters for next time when we meet? Okay, and we can have more. We can, if you get it out of the way, then you're thinking of the second half of the course, right? So the earlier the better. And give a round of applause to presenters tonight. They started out really well. Thank you for embedding the videos in the slides. And everybody, did some things their own way, maybe extra reading, maybe connecting to the book, maybe an article. You kind of put some thinking, maybe summary. So own it, make it yours so that you understand it and it helps you learn.
Do you want us to turn in the,
What?
the slides?
Oh, no, you don't turn in anything. I just look at your presentation, that's all. The only thing that will turn in will be the paper towards the end. Yes. Even more, if you can.
I will, in the syllabus, when it breaks down the historical information, it says that a peer tutored, if needed required.
Because that's a major assignment and the peer tutor has done it. She knows it. So if you meet with her once, you get 10 points.
Okay.
If you meet with her twice, you get 20 points. You don't even have to tell me. The system is set up so that I get an email after you finish a section. So that would be almost automatic. Those are easy points, I'll get those. Anything else? Thank you so much for your patience with all the hassle from one room to another, but we still did our job, right? Thank you so much. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Do not hesitate to email me if you have any questions. Send me an email. Turnaround time for email is at least 48 hours. I'll get back to you for sure, if not earlier. So email me with any questions you may have. Thank you. Lina, you okay? Okay. Is everybody fine? Did you get? No? Did you follow?
Monday, right? Or no? Wednesday.
Yeah. Did you follow up? I sent an email. Did you get? No. No. Oh. Wait, one. Isn't it? Yeah.
Ah.